You're wondering, what's happening with Kensington Real Estate? Well, you've come to the right place because that's what we're talking about today, and we're starting right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Harry Moore and I'm a realtor in the Washington, D.C. metro area, and I post new videos every week all about things real estate in the DMV. One of the questions I get all the time is, how's the market? Well, if you're curious about Kensington Real Estate and what's happening in the market, stick around for the next few minutes and you'll get a current update on what's happening in Kensington Real Estate right now. All right. So let's look at the numbers for last month. Total new listings were 44 versus the prior year. They were also 44. Total active listings at the end of the month were 54. The prior year they were 51. So that's an increase of 6% in active inventory. Finally, under contract properties. There were 33 properties that were under contract this year versus 35 last year. So that's a decrease of 6% in contract activity. If you're getting your updates from Zillow, Truly, or Realtor.com, then many of the listings that you're seeing may not even be available anymore. You might want to contact your agent about setting up an update that comes direct from the MLS. That's the database that agents use, and it's where all the portal sites get their information from as well. Why not get it straight from the source? Here's another benefit of a direct MLS feed. There are properties that are marketed as coming soon in the multiple list, which are not visible on any of the portal sites. So if you'd like to see those, you need a direct feed through your agent. Now let's take a look at year-to-date numbers. We'll start with the total sold units. 161 this year versus 119 last year. That's an increase of 35%. Next, we'll move on to average sale price, $624,254 versus $696,301. As I mentioned in an earlier update video, a lot of properties that were in the lower price ranges sold at the beginning of 2019, many more than in the same time period of 2018. So that tends to pull the numbers down. Last, average days on market, 32 versus 44 the prior year. So on average, properties are selling more quickly. One number that I like to keep an eye on is properties that failed to sell. In June, there were 22 properties that failed to sell versus 15 in May. So that's an increase of almost 50%. Two other numbers that I like to keep an eye on are absorption rate and the list to sell ratio. So what is absorption rate? Well, take the average number of sales over the past 12 months and divide that into the active properties, and that tells you how long it would take for all the houses in your market to sell if nothing else came on the market. Once you've calculated the number of months of available inventory, then you can determine what kind of market it is. 0 to 4 months worth of inventory is a seller's market. 4 to 6 months is what's called a transitional or a balanced market, and 6+ months is a buyer's market. The Kensington market at the end of June stood at 2 months worth of inventory, so still solidly in seller's market territory. The list to sell ratio is how much a house sells for as a percentage of the asking price. This is another good indicator of which way the market is trending. Generally speaking, lower list to sell ratio favors the buyers and higher list to sell ratio favors the seller. The running average list to sell ratio in Kensington for the year so far is 97.7%, which indicates a strong seller's market. So what does all this mean? Well, most of the indicators are pretty solidly positive. The only real fly in the ointment is the average sale price versus last year. And I believe that a lot of that is impacted by those less expensive units that sold earlier in the year. If you look at the average sale price June versus May, it moved up from $609 to $624. So it seems to be trending in the right direction. So all of this is big picture data. And real estate is a very local business. And you can see big variations in the market based on price range and particular locations, even in a fairly small area like Kensington. If you're thinking about selling your house in the next 1 to 12 months and you'd like some detailed analysis about what's going on in your neighborhood, or if you'd like a copy of your home seller score analysis, then reach out to me. My contact information is below. We can talk a little bit about your house and I'll get you that information right away. If you'd like to see more videos about the whole home selling process, click on the link below that says Home Sellers Videos, and that'll take you to my Home Sellers video price list. There's all kinds of videos on there about staging, curb appeal, pricing, marketing, lots of stuff. If you're a buyer and you'd like a customized market report so you can figure out how the market trends impact you, click on the link below and get in touch with me. I'm happy to put together a customized report for you. My name is Harry Moore, and I'd like to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked what you saw, please hit that like button. Happy thumbs are most appreciated. If you know someone, maybe a friend or a neighbor or coworker who might benefit from this video, please share it with them. And if you'd like to see more videos about what's going on in real estate in the DMV, then hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you'll be notified whenever new videos come out. Make it a great day, and I'll see you again soon.